Are these cleaner boards your design?
They are.
And you fabricated them yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone. Coming to you on a snowy March day from Anderson Reservoir here in Idaho. And we are fishing for kokanee. This reservoir has a lot of kokanee and there's some big ones. So stay tuned and let's go fishing.
We're just gonna run some of Dean's Hellraisers. So with a little hoochie behind them, it has to be fairly small or they won't run the way they should. So when we're just throwing a little bit of shoe peg on there, and you can watch them when you first throw them in, make sure you got the action you want there, and then we're going to run them out. We'll probably run one side out like 100 and the other side maybe 50 to start with, and we'll see what these fish want today and where they're at, and then we'll just do more of that. So it should be good here. We'll get rolling.
Today, Mike and I are fishing with Dean Teagarden, inventor of WiggleFin Action Disc and Hellraiser Fish Dodgers. We've also got John Christensen as our fishing captain and Toby Wyatt of Real Time Fishing on board today as we go after some big kokanee on the Anderson Ranch Reservoir.
We're fishing today with some planer boards. These are some I built myself, designed and tested to do what I wanted to do with them. What that allows you to do is spread your gear way out. If you look out there, we've got 4 rods running on each side, and if we wanted to run more, we just run and had more permits to run, we could let them out as far as we wanted. Here kokanee fishing, and this is a fairly small body of water and there's boat traffic, so we're not real far out today. We're running the gear fairly tight. And what that allows you to do is keep all the gear out there, and every time you catch a fish, you don't have to stop the boat or reel everything in. So we'll just reel the one fish in, and then then we'll just put the line back on. We'll slide these rods. If this rod is the one that got bit, we'll move these up and just let some more line out, and then we'll put the new one on the bottom. And that just allows you to keep all your gear in the water the whole time you're fishing. So the more time you got more lures in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. It's just math.
Watching John put these lines out was pretty impressive. We've got 9 rods and setups running, so here's John to, oh, fish. Come on. Getting the nibble.
Yeah, he's up here.
All right.
It's a little bitty one.
Little bitty one. Fish on, first of the day. It's a little guy. Now the limit here on Anderson Ranch is 25 kokanee. And like most reservoirs with kokanee in it, you're gonna find some small ones. There's also some big fish here. So it looks like we're starting the day off with a smaller one. We're running exclusively WiggleFin products, Hellraiser, Dodgers. If you haven't seen these before, they're way cool. We'll show you some close-ups of the action later. There's some special things you need to do to run them properly, and Dean's going to show us about that as well.
Lost that one.
Oh, darn.
Self-release.
Oops.
Fish off.
Fish off. Check out the action that this Dodger is going to give your gear. You can just imagine. We'll show you it. 15-inch leader to a little micro hoochie with 2 size 4 hooks.
the action on the Hellraiser is from the bend in the nose, the bend in the tail. When it's drawn through the water, it wants to pull it sideways.
Fish.
Oh, fish.
Top rod. Oh,
That's a good one.
nice one. Hey, we'll get back to that, Dean.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Ooh, yeah. This is a good one. I seen him jumping out there. Ah, a little different than my Dwarshak Kokanee. Baby in. Yeah, a big difference there. Yeah, I'm used to catching 10-12 inchers. This one looks like it's about 16-17 inches. Yeah, it tail walked out there kind of like a tarpon.
It did. It exploded out on the surface there back there.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with that.
Go.
This fish was down about what, 25 feet?
Yeah, 25 feet.
Yep, and it was the outside rod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it comes. That's the biggest Kokanee I've caught in a long time. Okay, this is the moon jelly, right?
That's crushed ice.
Crushed ice. Okay, check this out. We had a double hook set up, little squid. Is there anything special that makes that squid, or it's just a squid?
Just a hoochie.
Hoochie.
Yep.
And it's the Hellraiser. What inch? Which model?
That's the 5-inch model.
5-inch model of crushed ice.
Crushed ice.
And corn. Any scent
And
on the corn? Tuna. Just some tuna.
You got to mix your corn with oil-packed tuna fish.
Alright. That's a good kokanee right there.
Nice way to start the day.
Yeah, that's a really nice kokanee.
Dean, what was that you were telling me about the Hellraiser again?
The basic principle of the Hellraiser is that it sweeps. It has a sweeping action that covers more of a lateral distance in the water. So it's changing the direction of the hoochie as it follows behind it. It can be a hoochie, it can be a fly, a small spoon. And when it gets to the side of the sweep, it has a little bit of a hitch for a second, and then it turns and goes in the other direction. And the action that it gives to the hoochie, the change of direction that it gives to the hoochie, just makes a really big difference in getting the fish.
Dean took some pictures last time when you run out of clips and you got to reel your boards in and get clips. You know you're having a good day.
Pretty good, huh?
So if you look at these rod holders, you'll notice they're all at a different angle. It's because if that outside fish hooks, he has to clear all the other lines coming around like he did the first time. And so when that fish pulls around, you'll clear all the other rods and you don't have to touch those. They'll just stay there.
Yeah.
And the same on down. So you really need the elevation change from the top one down is what you need. But you want to run all the same size rods so you don't have a short one in the mix getting hung up or a long one getting hung up in your other poles.
So the way the rods are twisting and curving, we'll get a shot of it. It's like a fan. It's like a helix.
Yeah.
It's like a DNA strand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Oh yeah. Wow. So we got another nice fish is what we got. These guys actually take drag too, which, you know, you used to seeing the kokanee bouncing that rod, but there we go. Nice head shake.
Same pull, same
One you just let out.
Ah.
The last one. We got to check out what it is, and we'll put more on.
So is this crushed ice again?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we've developed a pattern.
I think this is another 17, 18-inch fish. Oh, look at that. Look at that shiny fish. Oh yeah. Can't believe this. We're like, there's no one here. We saw one boat this morning and there's no one here right now. It's just us and these beautiful fish.
So I think this one's bigger.
18.
In between fish, I was visiting with Dean and he was telling me a little bit about how he makes these dodgers. Really interesting. It's all about the bend. Oh, look at that fish. Look at that fish. It's all about the bend and the action of the dodger, the color, the way it goes, flashes back and forth, the different colors. And there's the results here on Anderson Ranch Reservoir.
There's a few different modes on the Hellraiser, right? There's
Right.
a roll mode. What other modes do you got?
Right. So the mounting point on the nose of the Dodger's got 3 holes in it. The farthest hole back produces a dart mode, which is a wide sweep. The second hole is a standard dodge action. And the one on the nose is actually a roll. It's rolling it all the way over like this.
Wow.
As it goes.
So these Dodgers got a lot of capability to fit all kinds of different conditions.
Right.
And actions.
Different actions and a range of speed that is useful.
That's another thing you were saying. Certain sizes are tuned to certain speeds for optimum performance.
Yeah, the smaller dart, this is a medium. The smaller dart is optimized for 1.3 to 1.5 speed, standard kokanee speeds.
Sure.
The medium one is the same as far as speeds go and the adjustments go. It's also a good speed for trout. And then the larger one, the 11-inch, runs at 2.5 to 3 miles an hour for speed. So,
And you can put some bigger baits behind that.
and that runs 3.5-inch standard coho hoochies and
Okay.
big trolling flies for lake trout.
Right on. The other feature I wanted to show everybody at home is the material here is transparent.
Yeah.
So it gives you this profile. Can you explain that to the guys at home?
Yeah, I can. It's transparent substrate like this allows the tape to be viewed on both sides of the Dodger, which when you're using the transparent tape as well, the silhouette that results out of it is transparent. So you get multi-changing color when it's viewed by fish from underneath in the silhouette. Which is something that is impossible on a solid body steel Dodger. You just it
just shows up as black.
It shows
right?
up as black because
Light's not going through it.
Right, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just the flash; it's also the color that you get in silhouette.
Wow. Well, yeah, there is a little fight on these kokanee, isn't there?
Yeah. Just make sure when they start fighting hard, don't reel super fast.
There's another one.
Oh, double!
Who wants it?
Fish on.
Go ahead, Dean.
Wow.
You don't want to horse a kokanee, huh? Is that what you're saying? They got soft mouths.
Yep. Don't want a horse kokanee. Take your time. Enjoy it.
Savor the kokanee retrieval.
Yeah.
Fresh kokanee sandwich.
Like not canned or
Sandwich.
no?
You're gonna
Like raw?
Okay, that's it.
there, beefy fish. All right.
Double header.
I love that. Meanwhile, Dean's working his own fish over there. Yeah, those are little footballs.
I have my Grays Harbor Under Clubs. They do a great job.
I wear them every time I fish. Anderson Ranch with WiggleFin and Hellraiser Dodgers.
These are monster kokanee.
It's pretty fish. These fish are just really fat, got a ton of oil in them. We'll cook one here on the grill this afternoon and you'll see what they look like. But if you like salmon, there's not any better eating than these cokes.
And this is the moon jelly on this one.
This guy's orange.
Orange Hellraiser there.
That's a nice toad.
Toby with the long extended net job.
Extendo net.
Watch my rod tip there. Kinda
Go gadget net.
perfect. Oh yeah.
This might be the beefiest one yet.
That one's in roll mode.
Is that all about the bend?
It's all about the bend, and it's all about the. This one's in the roll mode. It's in the front hole.
Okay.
That's a nice fish.
Pretty fish.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to turn around and go right back through that spot I marked it with a waypoint, and we'll see if we can hook another one. I've got some great big coolers that I've got some straps on that hang on the outside. It's just more space freed up.
I'm smelling something good over there, so if you don't mind, we're going to take a break and go eat. We'll see you back on the other side.
It's blowing it all away, isn't it?
That's Sleeping Beauty.
Who's up?
I'm gonna be shy. I don't know.
There's a bunch of chips.
Dean, earlier we were talking about using these slide locks for the WiggleFin. There's a little trick to it. It's not hard once you know it, but show the viewers how to put these on the monofilament.
Okay. So you take the bead, you put it into the pliers, and you line the slit in the bead so that the slit is going across the pliers. When you apply the pressure to the bead, it'll open up the slit so that you can run the leader through. Pop it open, get the leader through it, run it down to wherever you want it actually to be. We're going to run that. This is a size 2 disc. So this is a little bit bigger disc. You can use a size 1 with a 2-inch hoochie and let it run right down to the nose of the hoochie. But we're going to use a size 2, so we're going to space it up about 4 inches. You can go 4 to 5 inches, and this has got a broader sweep and it acts more like a mini Dodger. Then the disc goes on, and the stopper will hold it in place. Then if you need to adjust that bead at any time when you're fishing, you kind of have a tendency, if you pull on this hard, you can slide it on the leader, but you don't want to do that because the friction will heat up your leader. and you can melt your leader if you pull it really hard over a distance. So if you want to adjust that up or down, you just go ahead and get back on it and squeeze it and take the pressure off. Get it lined up there, and then you can. Oh, I don't have it lined up. There we go. Then it'll adjust wherever you want it to, and as soon as you let go of it again, it'll lock right on there in place.
So earlier too, we talked about using the hoochie without a dodger, and sometimes there's going to be instances where that might be just as effective
Yes.
as having a dodger.
Yeah, especially in the when the fish are skittish and you're running down to having to use really small dodgers anyway. You can run this without a dodger. This acts as a dodger as far as movement goes. It'll move the hoochie all over the place, and then it also creates a little bit of a vibration in the disc itself that attracts fish through their lateral line.
Yep. Kind of like you get action running a small thin blade spoon. You're just giving action to this hoochie.
Right. Exactly.
All right, thanks. We've come to the end of a productive day here on Anderson Reservoir, about an hour and a quarter east of Boise. John, really want to thank you for taking us out in your boat and showing us your amazing planer system.
It was a good time today.
It was
Caught a few
indeed.
fish. Good time. Great weather. So.
And a wonderful boat lunch to boot.
Yeah.
Dean, tell the viewers more on how to get your products and how to order them.
If you're interested in WiggleFin Tackle, just go to wigglefin.com and check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
We also want to thank Toby Wyatt for his help today with filming and fishing. And for Rob Holman, I'm Mike Carey. We'll see you on the water and online.